the old room as a portal. You will recognize the moment again when you speak your truth and something in the room shifts, and immediately after the old contract returns, telling you don't make waves, keep the peace. I shouldn't have said anything. It arrives just when your truth has landed in a room and set something in motion. Being a catalyst for change brings up a familiar pattern, and with it, sovereign responsibility, the ability to honorably respond. For those of us whose path has involved moving from adaptation towards being authentic, speaking aloud in circles can touch old agreements about belonging, acceptance, and the consequences of being heard as value. The moment after truth is spoken, the adaptation frequencies arrive like a check-in, offering an opportunity to see the familiar and sometimes comfortable options. You could just absorb this, carry it quietly. Make yourself smaller and don't rock the boat. Or simply give into the pattern thought, I'm not going back there, and not return. The old room presents itself in more than one form. One asks me to shrink and stay, and the other asks me to disappear entirely. I sat with the emotions that followed and asked my highest self, did I just cause a problem? And then something subtler arrives beneath it. Observing the difference between causing discomfort and revealing a discomfort that was already there. What if I simply named what others had already been adapting to, tolerating, and or silently navigating themselves? The change itself may be beneficial, yet I, the one who voiced it, felt exposed afterwards. That exposure is vulnerability, specifically the vulnerability of having been heard and as value. Have you felt this? The moment after you spoke truth and wondered if you'd caused waves or broken something? Immediately after I said what I said and felt the shift in the room, I blessed what was spoken aloud in a circle as honorable catalyst energy, as an expression of what is already moving. This is where the pause becomes a portal. When emotions that once felt like commands are attached to old contracts, agreements, and outdated structures, when those arise, I'm no longer mistaking them for commands, but invitations to sit with. When I pause and ask my highest self clarifying questions, something different becomes available. That pause is a threshold, a space where another choice can emerge. This journey from adaptation to authenticity is sometimes bumpy. It's textured, layered, and non-linear. And those bumps create moments of slowing, opportunities to witness growth, shifting from autopilot compliance into conscious discernment. This is what I'm calling growth. I can recognize the frequency of adaptation as it arises. I'm already standing outside of it when the overwhelming urge of I'm not going back comes in. I observe it instead of unconsciously inhabiting it. I see you, I say to this familiar aspect. We'll sit together later in a soul integration process. This is a discernment the old contract will never offer. Adaptation says adjust yourself to belong. Discernment says remain in relationship with yourself while choosing how to move forward. Influence carries responsibility, not the responsibility to manage everybody else's discomfort, but the responsibility to remain in relationship with myself while truth does what truth does. Here's the reality I arrive at when I sit with this old agreement. The declaration of reality that I declare. I trust myself when I am heard, allowing what moves through me to matter, to remain in relationship with myself when truth creates movement, knowing that my voice is not a threat to belonging. I am a sovereign being, noticing an old doorway, placing a blessing of gratitude on the frame, and continuing forward on the path that is already calling me. The old room remains, but I am no longer inside it. Gratitude to all my teachers. Many blessings.